Hello everyone, Patina's Adventures here, alongside with a few other people that you may know in this friend community, but probably not, except for two of these people have been in videos before. Say your names, everyone.
I'm Zach.
Iron.
Yes, we have Iron and Meat here, and no, I still need to edit Sprites Against Humanity too. But this is not what we're here for. We're here to discuss the newest episode of Zukanov, Dogmas of the Past.
Quite.
That's quite bad.
Of course I know.
Which is actually funny because this was the first episode, I think, where Dogmas of the Quiet Path was actually named. Like, in the sequel by character.
I definitely agree.
Yeah. Now, the main thing I really liked was when Amanda actually reunited with Lorime.
Oh yeah, in Veritas' house.
Yes. To be honest, I cried a little on that scene. Maybe he did a really good job with that.
Like the past couple of episodes have been like really good in terms of like the storyline and the writing.
Yes.
For sure.
AB's really putting it all out in the most recent episodes. I mean, you can see some slight errors with the first few episodes, but these later episodes, after the whole fact of Zero's capital being blown up, it gets really good.
Yep.
I totally agree.
Alright, another point of interest is the fact that Xandox is back, or possibly someone pretending to be Xandox, we don't know.
Son of a Xandox.
Yes, son of a Xandox. Though there's one key thing about Xandox that we've even said in the chat, that Xandox looks like a dragon.
That's true.
And we only have known one other dragon.
Yeah. Father Panda.
Yeah, Fire Pendus. So
I mentioned out just before the score started, by the way.
Yeah, he did. But one thing that made me think is Father Pendus a descendant of Xandox?
Sure. It could be. You never know.
The thing is now, Father Pendus was like, I think he was like the head of the biggest hero church, was what it was in Rails.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be kind of, paradox to me.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, but there's one thing though. We haven't seen what the hero looks like, and see if he looks anyhow similar, he or she, because we don't know if it's a boy or a girl.
Mm-hmm.
Because here the hero referred to as the hero. So we have no idea, and we know Amanda is a descendant of the hero, so we don't know if the hero looks identical to Amanda or if Amanda looks completely different from the hero.
Mm-hmm.
Well, is it really confirmed? I think it's okay. Let's say it's very, very highly assumed by now. Because
that's true. Because it hasn't been confirmed yet. It's just believed at this point.
Unless, like, Xandox reveals that he feels a known presence within Amanda that would lead to her being a descendant of the hero, I think we should not jump to conclusions, even though it's very, very likely, of course.
Yeah. Now, there's one more thing that we haven't said in the chat, but I've actually talked about it with someone. I forgot who. I think it was with ViewZap. About the whole it's either you or SK I talked about this with, but when the episode finished and the whole thing of Lorelai saying that she wanted help too, I feel like that's a slight subtle foreshadow.
It was us. I remember I mentioned I was like the whole thing. I was like, oh, the cuteness because of Laura May saying that she wanted to help,
and how I wanted to draw that scene with big quiet eyes.
Yes, and I was like, please. But the thing about it is, Laura May said she wanted to help, but she didn't say if it was for Veritas or Amanda. Assuming it's probably going to be Amanda, just my guess though, but not confirmed anything yet.
But then, if she does help, there's a chance that she might die, and there's the whole thing of a mother's strength to lift a car if their child's in danger.
Yep.
And that would also go to Veritas, because if you think about it, that's his daughter.
Mm-hmm.
So if Xandox tried to kill her, I bet Veritas would, help Harfon in a way, and then die pretty much almost like an Aquablade warrior type of scenario.
Yep.
Wasn't Veritas trying to kill Xandox once he was resurrected anyway?
No, wait, I forgot.
Okay.
Was Xandox not Xandox? Was Veritas follower of the hero or Xandox?
He was a Xandox follower.
Brutus was the hero follower. Nordak was the Xandox follower.
I think if Nordak was watching this from hell, he'd be going, "Yes, my master is back." So, there's one more thing. What's the bigger picture of Lyron? He's playing as a head, so he is not certain if he's a Xandox or hero follower. So we don't know what he's planning. Is he either planning to make a deal with Xandox? Is he planning to kill off Xandox? We don't know.
Yep. And like I mentioned, with the end screen to Chapter 18, at least the screenshot that we get, Lyron was on the side of Harthon and Menda, but it looks like, looking at it again, it just looks like there wasn't space on the other side of Xandox to fit Lyron, but who knows?
Yeah.
And
plus,
on the other hand,
remember in episode 16, I believe, where in the description it said, sometimes the title cards are not as they seem.
I think that they have... Let me have to check.
So, either way, it could either be Lyron helping Harfon defeat Xandox, or Lyron's helping Xandox defeat Harfon and Amenda.
Yep. And I noticed...
The one that said the whole misleading thing was episode 15. Just check.
And I also noticed that Lyron's spirit is pointing towards Xandox in that end screenshot, whatever you want to call it. Chapter title, I guess. I don't know.
Title card.
Yes. Obviously, I can speak English.
So, again, there's that point that you brought out saying that there probably was not enough space.
Mm-hmm.
I doubt it because Veritas was placed behind Xandox, and I think that he could have placed Lyron next to Veritas in that case.
That would be a good thing.
I also noticed that going back to like when Xandox was like actually being revived, it looks like almost like a size difference from when he was shown there to the title card.
Yeah.
I don't think it is, but it looked very close to a size difference. Like he looked pretty small when he was revived, but then you go to the actual title card and he looks like almost twice the size he was.
Godzilla!
Godzilla.
What the?
But you never know. AB has done things where something's up close, but it's not really that big in comparison.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had Salazar in the 8 Chronicles.
And Zap just silently leaves. Anyway. What were you saying, Ian?
Huh?
You were saying something before I pointed out that Zap left us?
I totally forgot.
It's something about the AB Chronicles.
Right. When you said where something just very up close and was actually the same as everybody else, and I was just like, yeah. And the AB Chronicles with Salazar.
Yeah, that's true. Salazar started as something super tiny and then grew to a giant god.
Who got eventually beaten only because of a certain Ray Kid using Super Fang.
That part always makes me laugh when I rewatch it. Just going,
I know, right? It's so ridiculous.
how to be the god? Bring an army of Raticates with Hyper Fang.
And everybody be like, are you serious?
Yeah, just bring a whole army of Radicapes. You'll bring him to 1 HP and then just hit him with a quick attack. GG. Here now, or did a focus sash try to kick... Anyway, look, we're getting off subject. Anyway. What else could we talk about?
Maybe we could just discuss a few theories.
Oh, sure. You have one?
Why not?
I mean, the main standing theory I can see is that Bruce is a possible descendant of Xandox. But we've probably covered, I'm pretty sure we covered that.
Yeah. And if there's... Wait, did you say Pandus or Virtus?
Brutus.
Yeah, we did cover that, but if Virtus was the descendant of Xandox, and if Amanda really is the descendant of the hero, then Laura May is parents descendant of both the hero and Xandox, thus merging the two bloodlines, probably for leading to a greater peace, if ever shown at that.
Huh.
I mean, Laura May is confirmed to be a mixture of all three races.
Yeah.
So if it turned out she was also a mixture of blood of the hero and blood of Xandox, then that proves more merging and could lead to peace, but AB could just pull a Game of Thrones on us and kill her off.
That would be very, very bad for my health.
Yeah. Why does the Q always die?
Like, no shit, this episode jerked some tears out of me with the reunion scene.
Yeah, and the fact that Amanda was ready to die after seeing Laura May.
Yeah, that was like and then like, you have Garuda's text box and it says, sword step, and also I said, no, don't you dare.
I just knew Arvin was going to come in at the last second.
Yeah,
totally.
Harfon.
Well, actually, how things were going, I could have imagined that, like, Amanda could have actually died there.
Yeah. AB could have had so many cliches he could have done with that scene, because that scene has no avoiding cliches. Either she really does die, Harfon makes it, but at the last second she dies, or Harfon appears just in the nick of time and saves her. First, the whole scene was an unavoidable cliche.
Yeah.
But then again, that's all stories in general. They have a ton of similar cliches. The heck was that?
I have no idea.
Anyway, there's also one more thing that's bothering me. The staff that Veritas has seems to have failed against King Amaro, but what if Xandox was the one to be holding the staff? What if that's his weapon? Because we can see on his cloak, where his belt is, it's the same symbol that's shown on the head of the staff.
Yeah, also the staff has a red, a blue, and the green marking, which...
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but earlier when we didn't see the Xandox thing, and like, I think it's clearly hinting towards the three elements, and since Xandox had all three elements, I already thought it was his weapon. Also because of the
Wings.
menacing wings on the staff. And now it's then a final design.
So there's one more thing. I was also theorizing that Rafer, now Amanda, because I was originally going to think it was Lyron, but now it's Amanda because the whole title card thing, and Xylee would get the weapons, the Flower Lance, the Aqua Blade, and the Heat Axe. So it's weird though. We see Rafer with an axe, and we see Xylee with swords.
And Halton with now with the fancy spear.
And Amanda uses magic.
Though I actually did speculate that maybe Kodo could be involved in a way.
Kodile?
I really hope that.
Yeah, Kodile, he seems dragon-like in appearance if you think about it. But then again, snakes and dragons are both reptiles, so that could be why. Plus, if there's more hidden stuff that could out, SGX want to post the character sheet of him. Well, then again, he did post the thing about Harpon before we got to see the Holy Lance. Oh, and then there's that one thing that's still bugging me about the episode entirely.
Oh?
The idiocy of the Queen. She had the flower lance.
And just run up to Lyron.
Saying, here's the flower lance, I have it. Instead of keeping it hidden, letting him go about his business, knowing his plan, and going to go talk to Harfon and give him the flower lance.
Oh, also, another thing that still bugs me, like, you know how Yarful juice can save people from actually being dead when it's like...
That's right, Rayfur had some. Why did he use it on King of Morrow?
I know, really, like, Brewers is way, like, well, Rayfur could easily use some Yarful juice now. Nope, fuck it, let King of Morrow die, he's a dick.
What the... That is another plot hole.
Yeah, but it's funny because, like, Rayfur was like, you know what? He looks hideous. What an asshole.
Even though...
Racist. Like, kill him.
Just...
Like, he comes to rescue him, initially, then let's just let him die, like, well, I could use some Yarful juice, but then I don't have any anymore.
No, I think they supplied them with enough, too. I think the Hog couple, I don't know their official name, so I'm just calling them the Hog couple, but they probably gave him enough Yarful seeds and Yarful juice just in case. I don't think they would just give him one thing of Yarful juice.
Well, then Rayfur's
Rayfur's a prick!
a complete Big Mac Scrooge.
Wow. That's something I never even noticed. But, wow.
Hmm?
That's one major plot hole. And also Treeport. Just Treeport. Okay, so we got the grass version of the Simulian version of Aquaport, but what's the...
Rootport. Rootport.
Oh, it's Rootport?
It was Rootport if I recollect correctly.
Yeah, I think it was.
But has there been a Garden version of it? Other than Smokescreen?
Nah, not really. Like, Flameport actually sounds like it would be very possible as well, but we haven't seen it yet.
Flameport or Sandport?
I don't think we've actually seen anybody with the power of sand-related powers.
Except for the Cursed Camel. But, yeah. I mean, if we were to think logically, Simulians would have something to would have a counterpart to, just like how Zero has the ice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Populated Soul actually did deconfirm that in the live stream.
But there's no others, I know, but that means if it was possible...
Yeah, we could have gotten a Simulan Earth Tribe and the Garan Lightning Tribe, probably.
Yeah.
That would have been nice, though.
I know, right?
Maybe he's going to do that for a sequel.
Well, it may be possible that actually was a thing, and just that they both of those tribes went extinct as well.
That could be a theory. A Zukanov theory!
I still wonder why, what was his name? The turtle guy.
Zento?
Yeah, Zentos has lightning powers and wind power.
I wonder, how did he get those from? Like, he's a turtle.
I think it's from a legend. There's actually a legend of a turtle that rides in clouds, but And heck,
you mean Dragon Ball Z with Masaroshi and the...
yes, the Turtle Hermit.
Like, he has a beard.
He has a staff.
He has one hand behind his back. He has a staff.
He has Nimbus.
Cloud. He has a rage mode. How much more Roshi can you get?
As being a pervert?
Yeah, I'm ready to give you that one.
And the glasses.
And also, apparently, he can also become super buff and use Kamehamehas and stuff.
Well, that's kind of the thing when Sentos does go lightning god form, as I like to call it. So maybe the other race for Simulian was something that to do with electricity? Or probably flying type, even.
We never know.
We'll never know till AB confirms it. Let's see. You know what? Let's turn this into a full-on Zukanov discussion, other than just the episode, because we've pretty much done that now. Talking about Zentos. Who is, spoiler to you guys for watching this who have never seen the series, Zentos is dead. He's dead. Or is he?
Probably. I mean, he's an old guy, he got shot in the chest with a cannon, and then fell off and went hundreds of feet in the air.
And hit tons of trees on the way down.
Mm.
Either coma or dead.
Yeah. Maybe that's why Rafa didn't save him with Darkful juice. Well, he fell down. Like, okay.
Okay.
No, why should I?
There's also the whole thing. Okay, one more thing I do really want to talk about, since we're now being off subject of the episode that we talked about in the beginning, but the episode that revealed the weapon of the hero, aka the Holy Lance. Just the battle, to be honest, I really want to make a comic of that instead of just doing a single picture like I do. I just usually do for the episodes. I plan on drawing a comic of that whole scene. From Nordak losing his smirk, to him transforming into a fire feral demon god thing, to the reveal of the Holy Lance, to his death by Harfon. Though, to be fair, I would have preferred if Verdas was the one to die before Nordak, because I actually kind of do like Nordak.
I didn't like him personally, I like him as a villain.
Yeah, he's a good villain.
Yeah, he was like the main antagonist, and now like it's...
You're dead.
Yeah.
I would also like it if Zeph, the pirate mouse guy, rat. I would love it if he was still alive too. And his battle theme was amazing too. You have to admit, Zeph's battle theme was amazing.
Also the way he spoke.
Well, matey.
Well, matey.
And then we still have the first ever tragic death, which was not Pindus, because we didn't get to know him all too much, but Jaros.
Yeah, I really hated when Jaros died.
In fact, that was the first ever thing I ever drew for Zukanov. Was Jaros' sacrifice. Like, I still remember. SGX posted this when he finished Kodile, that it was going to be Jaros next, but then he decided to just go Kodile because of the episode. And Kodile returned. Don't worry how Kodile and Zayli are going to get out the mess of those Garin guards. And plus the fact that they have to cross the border into Simulia, even though they're both not Simulian, so there's going to be trouble with the Simulian guards. and then they would have to help Harfon against Xandox.
Well, here's the real question. What do they actually look like under the armor? I mean, from what I've seen, from what I can guess, they're all just basically composed of their element wearing a certain set of armor.
Because we can see when Veritas was wearing the Simulian armor, you can actually see the blue in him underneath it if you pay close attention to the small details.
And instead of heats.
And instead of fire, when Jaros and Harfon wore the Garin armor, we can actually see their limbs.
I think it's not nobody really paid attention to Veruda's in armor.
But I think the main thing is, if you're of the race and you put on the armor of your race, you get cloaked in something that's from your race. For example, you get cloaked in fire, you get cloaked in water, and you get cloaked in leaves. Also, there's just one more thing I need to point out. Grass shield.
Right.
When I saw grass shield, I just laughed. I mean, tree shield, I can see. Probably even leaf shield. But grass shield? Hey, Nordak, get a lawnmower. That's how you can beat a grass shield.
Yeah.
Like you have laws, but here, have some grass. It's what fireproof tank grass.
I just had to, after I saw grass shield was the thing, I paused the video, and I just busted out laughing.
I didn't really give a single damn about grass shield. I was just like, huh. Oh, it's Zukanov though. Yeah, you get used to it.
Yeah. Though, I'm sad that Harfon's never going to get used Hatagami again, because he never got it back from Lyron, Nordak, or Vituras. But then again, you have Hatagami, a standard sword that's pretty much an heirloom, compared to motherfucking Holy Lance.
Yeah, Hatagami probably totally unnecessary by now.
I think Harfon, when the whole series ends, if Harfon survives, he's going to return Hatagami to the pig couple.
And they're like, what the fuck are we going to do with this? Keep it.
It's your family heirloom, for Christ's sake.
I mean, for all we know, that's probably that's pretty much what Samuel actually looks like.
I mean, seriously, I have a Holy Lance. You can have your heirloom back. Well, I think this should be where we can wrap up the discussion, but is there any more final thoughts on what you think might happen in the future?
Not really.
Evie can pull either good guys win all the time thing for the whenever he does the finale, or wait a minute, we're getting close to the finale. Remember what he said?
Yeah, like
20 episodes?
20 episodes.
yeah, 3
And he does like AB Chronicles and makes the last episode like 20 fucking parts. I can see that.
Probably. I mean, I think the final episode is going to be them fighting Xandox. You think a 5-second battle will really suffice of that?
I also didn't think that Xandox was going to be the final boss, since why would Veruvius want to summon Xandox?
Wait. Could it be to bring back a new... Remember what Lyron said? They're not going... Bye, Iron. But remember what Lyron said, Meep. They're not going to bring back the hero. They're going to bring a new hero.
Really?
So, Could that be Harfon, seeing how he has the freaking Holy Lance?
Mhm.
Either that, or Lyron could try to kill Harfon and take the lance, since we know Lyron is good with the lance.
Mhm.
Yo, my call just ended.
We know. But we're about to close out. You'll see what we talked about when I post the video, Iron.
Okay.
So, with that said, this has been 15's Adventures. Guys, say your names again for the closeout.
Iron.
This has been me and Rick and Zap.
And Zap, who vanished to go to work. So until then, phone goes off.
Mine.
See y'all next time, and if you haven't, go watch Zukanov. It's a very good series. You'll love
Unless
it.
they're playing
Do it.
Link to episode.
Do it.
Oh, hi, Shia LaBeouf.
I had to do it.
Just do it!
Mike,
Don't let me dream.
improve.
What are we doing? We need to stop. Anyway.
Always stay shaboozly, folks.
Also be aware for Burns' next tournament, which is going to be all reps in 8 months.
So make a giant, take care of it, and then make your rep.
Make sure it can murder things easily.
Oh, wait till you guys see what I got in store for the tournament.
You know who I have, but you don't know what he can do.
And we don't know who Iron's going to pick to represent him,
Alright, I have plenty of choices.
since he can't use his self-sprites.
Oh, you'll just see. Just wait.
And Neon's good too. He's good. He has reps for days.
Yeah, rep today. Here, you get a rep. You get a rep. Everyone gets a rep.
I swear to RC, if Grain gets back in it.
Oh, God.
So, Neon,
Though I think my rep might actually stand a chance, depending on what type Mirror Beam is.
dude, people think that he stands a chance against Grain. They die. They're dead, 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 dead. Okay. And with that, we'll see y'all next time, and just don't make moves that are similar to creators.